Good morning there, patriots and patriottes. What I want to do today, I want to share a little story with you about something I learned when I was a kid. Well, when I was a kid, especially back in elementary school and stuff, sometimes I'd have homework. I didn't get all my stuff done in school, so I'd have to bring home homework to do. And I was pretty good about getting it done most of the time, and don't tell my mom this, but I'm not a perfect kid. I wasn't. And sometimes I'd have more important stuff to do than my homework. And my parents, being the good parents that they were, they kept pretty good tabs on me, stayed on top of me, and which I think parents should. I think we wouldn't have had the problems we have now if more parents would have stayed on top of their kids and paid attention to what they were and were not doing and getting done. Anyway, that's just a little side note. So sometimes I'd have better things to do than my homework. And what I picked up on was every once in a while, not every day, sometimes they just trusted me. Every once in a while, my mom and my dad would be like, "Hey, did you get your homework done?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I got it done." And they'd say, "Well, let me see it." And if I had done my homework and done a pretty good job on it, or so I thought, I'd be like, "Okay, here you go. Now can I go play?" But if I hadn't done my homework, like I had something to hide, I'd just get this look on my face, I'm sure. I mean, I couldn't see it at the time. I'm sure they could be like, but I'd still be like, "I did it. Why don't you believe me? Why don't you just believe me? I already did my homework." And they'd say, "Well, okay. Just show it to me. That's fine. If you already did it, you did it. We just want to see it." Well, that's how I got caught. Okay? That's exactly how I got caught. Not doing my homework was when I thought that I could get away with not doing my homework. So, if we apply that to what's going on right now, think about this for a minute. This whole deal with whether or not the election's fraudulent. I mean, most of us are smart enough to see through the BS and get to the facts and look at what's going on, line this stuff up, and look at the inconsistencies, the anomalies, and the fallacies, and mathematically, statistically, and everything else that's happened. But if we just focus on the basics, okay? Remember when I was a kid and how I got caught? The people screaming the loudest, media, Democrats, or traitor rhinos, the people screaming the loudest about how secure this election is are the same ones fighting tooth and nail with everything they have to not allow the audits, to not allow verification, the signature verification in Georgia, fighting tooth and nail against the lawsuit in Pennsylvania where the courts overruled the state law. We see it. We see the fact that Hillary Clinton came out way before the election and told Joe Biden that he should not concede under any circumstances. We look at that and say, hey, how would she know that Joe Biden would be in a position where a normal person in a normal mental capacity would consider conceding? And how would she know that he shouldn't? See, we see things like that. But we need to focus on the small stuff. For those of you who need a little bit of peace of mind, there's a great team out there sorting this out. And it's headed up by one of the best generals this country's ever seen, and one of the most patriotic generals this country's ever seen. We've got the right people on our side. There's enough stuff that doesn't line up. We will get there. Trust me. And regardless of who ends up in the White House come January, the fact that our elections have been so easily tampered with and how unsecure they are is going to be very apparent to not only us on our side of the aisle, but to the entire country. And that's what this is about. Don't lose focus. You guys, stay out there, keep fighting. Fight like a Flynn. We've got to hold the line. We've got to be there. We've got to share information. Don't give up. Don't back down. Do not quit. Because in the end, your voice is going to be heard. I don't care how big your Twitter account is. I don't care if you have 12 followers or 12 million followers. Share the facts. Share the truth. Share the news. Because that's us now. We can't rely on the media. Keep sharing this stuff. Keep posting this stuff. Tweet it, retweet it, follow each other, follow back. Let's get this growing. Now's not the time to give up. Now's the time to stand up. Look at it this way. As Donald Trump told the Black or African American community in 2016, what do you have to lose? Let's do this. Have a great day. God bless. Y'all be safe out there.